Let me allow you to record local files, since this is an official podcast.
Official. I don't know, man. Those ones you got off Twitch are sounding like super clear.
True. I mean,
But
to be fair, we were.
I need to be. I can edit. I gotta put like the theme songs and move stuff over and all that stuff.
All right. Let me tweet out that we are live.
Recording in progress.
Recording in progress. So I figure, shoot the shit, straight up. We be ourselves, get back into it. What we played this week as usual. Highlights and our top fives of E3. What else did I say in the Discord? I forget.
That's really much. It's really not that much.
Yeah. Stuff we wish was there, predictions that we said that actually came true, NGP's top fives, which we have one email, and then if people show up in the chat, we can do that as well. And then what we played this week, obviously. I actually just got to the end of Ratchet last night. It was 1 o'clock in the morning, and I realized that it was 1 o'clock in the morning as I got there, and I was like, I should go to bed.
So you didn't follow through and beat it?
No, because it did the thing where it has like the final mission, and it said if you go
Beyond point.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't want to do that because then like I won't be able to get everything, and I want to platinum it, but also it's fine.
You're right. You're goddamn right.
Talking about E3 2021. Alright. I was gonna say I should probably turn off my 3D printer, but it's literally like 10 minutes away from being actually done with the printing process that is going down. Alright. Maybe I'll put it in the, what's it called? Discord as well.
The disc easy. Oh, she's do-do. 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 Badoop.
Alright. So I should probably close my door and then tell people that are existent in my house to not exist in my room. So I will go do that while we sit here with 0 viewers.
What's up, all 0 of you?
I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, come on. Yeah, freestyling while Chris in the other room. What? That was the worst. I regret everything. Hi, Nicole in chat. Yawn. I am sleepy. As usual. It's been a long day. Long activity-filled day. Hey, you guys want to see some nightmare fuel real quick? How's that for nightmare fuel? Everybody take that in. Everybody take that in. Everybody look how ridiculous this looks. I hope everybody has nightmares of this site.
The fuck did I come back to?
A little bit of nightmare fuel for everybody.
I feel like we're gonna get banned on YouTube or Twitch for that. That's sexual content.
It's weird because like it's just his body backwards.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, why is his spines and his tail make it look like he has boobs and a dick?
Jesus Christ. I hate it. Since you're showing off your toys, so I 3D printed a thing. I don't know if I sent you it. I sent a couple people. So you know, like the slug that I showed you the one day.
Mm-hmm.
I 3D printed this one. I actually spent money on it. It was like $2, and it's a hand, like so, and it's like a zombie hand, and the fingers are like bendable.
Wait, you made that?
Well, I 3D printed it and then I painted it. I'll let you get it's like a zombie hand, my paint job, and then I gave it a pride fingernail because I thought that'd be cool for Pride Month. I'll show the Twitch viewers now. But yeah, it's got like a little green, gross looking zombie texture, and then he's got the little pride nail.
Put the zombie hand back over your hand again. It's like that's your wedding photos, like the one hand over.
Yeah, man. Me and my zombie. But yeah, it's really cool because like it just like flops a little bit. This is like the third time I printed it too. The first one came out like really busted, and then one came out like this, where all the fingers broke off.
It's like a spatula.
Yeah. So yeah, nice little new desk ornament. I moved cubicles recently at work, so I figured this will be a nice thing to keep me occupied.
It is really dope.
It's fun stuff, man. I've just been 3D printing like a madman. Currently, I found this dude on TikTok, and he just like 3D prints other people's shit as well. And he found this creator who made these like fan-made Pokémon models. And it's the 3 starters from the original, like Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle, but as the different types. So there's a grass Charizard, or grass Charmander, and his like little tail, it has like a little flower at the end of it. And then there's a water Charmander as well, I believe, and he has like a Vaporeon tail, kinda, instead. And then there's a Squirtle that has like a volcano on his back, and so does the Squirtle just has like the Blastoise rockets, but it's shooting out fire, and his tail's a plume of smoke for fire type. And then there's a fire Bulbasaur where he has like a little volcano on his back instead of the bulb, and it's like shooting out smoke and shit. So I was like, oh yeah, cool. And so I picked up the Charmander that's grass type, and that's printing as we speak. But
that's dope. It's almost like one of those ideas where you're like, damn, no one came up with that in all the years that's been out.
There was one that was like it was Alakazam and Cubone. So like the head shape of Alakazam is kind of like the Marowak heads, like so like they fused it together, and instead of spoons, it's got bones in his hands, and it's got like the Marowak head, but it's an Alakazam body. Right, and it's really cool. So like I found that guy, and I like tossed him a couple bucks for like his prints and shit. And I think I was telling you, maybe I wasn't telling you, I found this dude, and it was on the front page of a site. He sells this thing that is pretty much an action figure, and you print all these parts, and there's like 20 parts, like little tiny parts, and then like the overbody. Yeah. And you take zip ties, and you use those to like connect it on the inside, and that causes the articulation to work. And there's a $20 like the base body, like this is a human being. Yeah. And then for like $4, he also has like Batman Beyond, Iron Spider-Man, Iron Man, and like you just buy those for $3 and you just change out the parts to be the correct parts for that character. Yeah. And you just make your own action figure. I was like, dude, I'm about to start fucking making these things.
I told you you're gonna become a madman with that 3D printer.
Dude, I already am a madman. We know this.
Listen, you're a different kind of madman
now. Now I'm a married madman. With my zombie hand. If you're not watching the video version or not here live on Twitch with us, you have no idea what I'm talking about, so that's hilarious. But yeah.
You put a picture up or something.
Yeah. I'll put a picture up, a nice little high res one, but yeah, man, it's been a time.
Oh wait. Do you remember the movie Kazam? with
Yeah.
Shaq as the genie?
I use a Kazam GIF almost once a day in my life. Like the joke, not joking. Like the GIF of him like doing the ear twist thing with the towel. Like, love it.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So, what about Pokemon? The Pokemon Alakazam, and
But
it's
it's
just
Shaquille
it's
O'Neal.
an Alakazam with Shaq's head. That's the only difference. And you just call it. But he also has like parachute pants.
But it's called Kazam still at the end of
It's
the day.
Ala, but the Kazam part is in the font of the Kazam movie.
I mean, I kind of like it. It's a good idea. I'll see if anyone has a free model of Shaquille O'Neal's head, but we'll see what I can do. Tune in later for updates on that. But yeah, E3 is over. It was a wild week for us. Many days taken off from work. Many PTO hours used, and many yeah.
I like I said it on one of the streams, but much respect to the companies and the accounts and the people who do that every year and have been doing that every year.
It's hard.
You always see it from just like the couch perspective. We're just watching the new stuff come out and getting excited,
And we're like, we can do that.
Right, it's easy, and we still were excited.
Yeah.
But when you also have to like work it and watch it and then report it and then do live reactions and then record a podcast for each one, we were both wiped out by the end.
True.
It's a lot of work, and I can only imagine how it is when you have to like go physically be there and run around that expo and do that.
See, that's even crazier for me because it's like it almost makes me wonder what this is going to be in a couple years. Like if we're going to end up going to E3 in person, but like how would we cover that, you know?
Well, we just do it in our own way. I mean,
yeah. Like
granted,
just run back to the hotel room and like,
yeah.
Guys, I think you said that one day. You're like,
yeah.
Games happened.
Listen, we only got an hour. There's another. The Square Enix show is in 2 hours. We got to hurry up and record this. It'll be ridiculous. But
yeah.
I don't know. But I think that would depend on where we are as a show by then, and how much we've grown. Because if we're doing it in person, the way I see it, we would just be at the expo watching the show and just writing notes as we go, as it goes on.
Yeah.
And
Handing
then
out business
to the hotel
cards.
room.
Just be like, here you go. Watch our YouTube channel, please.
Yeah.
Maybe not Twitch. We'll
It
see.
would be, like, the way I see it, though, we might turn the content around faster. Because while watching it at home is great, we would watch it, stockpile everything, and then put it out. Because eventually either we had to go to work or you had to go home or life would have to happen. But if we're there, locked in, we probably would just go back, record everything, and we could just put it out on the spot.
True. Be a lot. It wouldn't be live per se, but it would be very, very quick and up to date, which would be nice.
Yeah.
I see Ryan in the chat said IRL stream. I don't know if we would be allowed to do that because I know a lot of the like the live shows, they don't allow you to like even use your fucking phones while like it's going on. Like you're not allowed to record, you're not allowed to take pictures, even though it's being live streamed on like Twitch or YouTube or wherever. They don't want you to like leak anything preemptively in case something goes wrong with their stream, I guess, which makes sense, but it's also like, bruh.
We would have to bring in, if they just didn't allow people to take out phones, which I can't imagine that. I can see not allowing us to shoot video, of course, and pictures.
Yeah.
But if we couldn't have a phone at all, we'd have to like get like a laptop or something, like something that we could have to take notes somehow.
True.
I'm saying
Pen and
that
paper,
like,
bro.
pads don't exist.
Yeah, no, right? What are you talking about?
Future pencils are extinct. There's no such thing as paper.
There's no such thing as a pencil in 2022.
Exactly.
Welcome to Cyberpunk. Wow.
Museums have like, and here we have a fossilized pen. It's just going around on that display in a glass case.
Yeah, man. But I mean, it was fun, to say the least. I mean, it felt good seeing what we could get to at a point in the future where it's just like that's all we care about doing is just covering the game shit and like making content. And that's the only thing that's important. I mean, besides, you know, making sure everyone's fed upstairs and other shit along those lines. But like, that's the work. And then while we had to technically go to work for most of those days, and we would like rush in for half days or some shit, it was like that's when the real work started, and it felt good.
Yeah.
So,
because that's the thing that had us exhausted and excited at the same time. Like, I was at
Yeah.
work pretty much just floating through my day like, all right, when the clock strikes 11, I gotta rush home and
Get
actually do a
deuces.
bunch of fucking work.
yeah. Just run as fast as possible. That was sad. I think it was Friday. For which it was day 2 of E3, I think. I could be wrong.
Day 2, well, do you count the Summer Games Fest in there?
I mean, technically, day 1 of E3, but day 2 of the overall, like, thing. I think at my company, they had, like, the big wig come in that day, and they had us, like, dress up all nice and shit. If you watched any of our fucking video recaps, you saw me with the fucking blazer. Like, I wore that to work with my Matrix shirt, because I was like, yeah, this is casual and business. Like, it's business casual, like 50-50.
In the name.
But, like, they got, like, fucking... They had Panera fully fucking, like, catered that day. An ice cream truck showed up and shit. And I was like, oh, cool. Just choose to do this on the day that I need to be watching Ubisoft show off Rayman, Raving Rabbids, and Mario. What the fuck? So, I was pretty pissed, but also not at the same time, because it was a good time, either way.
Sure.
But yeah. That it was a fun time. We're glad for everyone who was there during it. If you couldn't make it and watch the videos afterwards, we appreciate you. If you missed anything, go watch it on our YouTube channel. It's all up now, starting by the time that this is live on the podcast services. If you're here live with us right now, we're still missing a singular podcast that'll be uploaded tomorrow. So you'll get over to, you'll see it.
It'll all be up tomorrow. I'm gonna make a whole little slide thing on Instagram, like watch every single one.
Yeah, we got 3 recap podcasts in total, and then a ton of streams that if you just want to, like, watch something at your cubicle when you're bored, or just toss something on in the background of us making jokes about WarioWare or whatever.
Chaos.
Yeah, chaos. Did you see the new Donkey video, too, that was a meme
Yes.
in? I literally wanted to send it to you, and I was like, fuck, he took our joke? We did this live. I should have made a TikTok of it.
I know. It happens every time.
Yeah. I still need to go back for yesterday's video for our Digimon Pokemon argument and make that into a TikTok, because I think that would do really well. But it's starting to make our TikTok look like we're a music podcast.
That's fine.
It is fine, to be fair. But
got that. Nicole's over here with Adrian yesterday, and that conversation came up, the Digimon Pokemon thing. It was me, Nicole, my homie Wayne, his wife Karis, and we brought that up. And as soon as we brought up the Digimon theme song, everybody was like, what? Everybody immediately sided with me, saying that Pokemon is way better.
It's fine.
And when we said name the Digimon theme song, only like 2 out of the 5 people in the room could do it.
It's fine.
Because no one remembers. It's not iconic.
Y'all are just uncultured. It's fine. Y'all are admitting it.
As soon as I said, I want to be, everyone started singing the Pokemon theme song.
You're not wrong. It's just that one of those 2 songs is like a fine wine, and the other one is a McDonald's High C.
Yes, Digimon is High C.
No, that's
Thank
completely
you.
false, because everyone drinks High C from McDonald's. That's the point.
Uh-oh. No, well, but yes, but it doesn't age well. Fine wine does, which is the Pokemon one.
The Digimon one ages well. Extremely well.
Not if it's High C, it don't. That shit got mold on it like in 3 days if you leave it out.
Sounds like you're talking from experience.
I mean, it's a sugary drink that you leave out.
I don't know, man.
Science.
Listen, it's science. Yeah. Let's get into the official episode of what number episode are we on?
I don't know. We don't do real episodes anymore. Let me check.
I know, right? Because I don't fucking remember.
People are talking to the chat. You check that. I'm gonna check.
While we check the chat out, we'll figure out what fucking number we're on. Nicole was saying, oh wait, I'll go back one up. Lucas said, we ate that so good that day. I get why you missed out. LOL. I'm like, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I'm not gaining anything from talking to that lady. She's not going to like me anymore if I'm wearing a suit jacket or whether I'm wearing shorts. I just wanted the Panera. That's it. Nicole was said incorrect, Chris. Incorrect, no, in regards to the Digimon theme song. And then Lucas said, I got to back Chris up on this one. Love the Pokemon theme, but Digimon is better.
It is not.
And then time the fuck out real quick. Ryan residential Pokemon guy here, but Digimon slaps. But it also depends on the Pokemon theme.
The original, the first one.
True, but I feel like, I really do feel like the Digimon theme slaps a little bit harder than the original Pokemon theme. While the original Pokemon theme is more iconic, I think overall the Digimon theme song is a better theme. That's overall, which makes it better, in my opinion. But I will always love the Pokemon themes. I'm not going to shit talk the Pokemon theme song.
And I'm not saying that the Digimon song is trash. I'm just saying it's not better.
We can agree to disagree, but we have a guy who bought $200 worth of Pokemon cards yesterday in the chat saying Digimon's better right now.
And yet he can't buy the correct opinion that Pokemon is better.
Listen, he said Digimon is a rager, OG Pokemon is a hero build-up song. I like that. I like that comparison. It's like apples to origins, almost like, you know?
Pokemon theme song, if you're in a crowded bar, you could start that and then shut off the music and everyone will sing the rest of the song. Digimon, that will not happen.
Yeah, it's because people in a bar just don't know what's up.
You could do it anywhere there's a crowd.
It's fine.
Yo.
Swap it with the Shrek Hero song and it'll fit.
The you teach me and I'll teach you part, and then the phone game.
I mean, if you swap it with the Shrek Hero song, I need a hero, and you put that on the Pokemon animation, that would work.
No, it wouldn't. That looks shitty. It looks cheap.
Here comes a TikTok in the future.
Yeah, I know.
It's like the anime trend with Dear Maria. Dear Maria is an anime opening. Shrek I Need a Hero is an anime opening. Yeah, Nicole. There you go. But yeah. What episode are we on at?
36.
This is 36? Okay. Who does it?
Who started the last one?
Okay. Do we rock, paper, scissors, or flip a coin?
All right. Rock, paper, scissors live on the show right now. Rock.
On shoot, correct?
Yes.
Cool. Just make it sure, because there's some people here who go on the second one.
All right. We're going to spend another 10 minutes arguing about that.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Fuck you. Fuck you.
All right.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Damn it. So wait, does that mean I do it, or you? What does that mean?
We never established that.
I'm just gonna do it.
Okay, that works too.
Just this.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Fire of the show. The fact that we did that and never set the rules.
I mean, that's normally how it goes if you think about it. 80% of the time you do a rock, paper, scissors, you never agree upon what happens first, and then you play the game and you're like, wait, what did we just play for? Really?
Yeah, what does that mean? Okay. Right. 36, right?
36. TITT, remember that shit. We haven't done it in 3 weeks.
I know. All right. So let me make sure I remember how to do this. Got it. Okay. Me.
Ba, 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 ba.
Now, I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. All right, we're going to start the show. Level up, gamers, and welcome back to Save Before Quitting. I'm Ant.
I'm Chris.
And that's everything. Anyway, save letter B number 4 quitting on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch. Save Before Quitting, all the way spelled out, at gmail.com. If you want to send us anything, we appreciate it. We love you for it. We all that good stuff, all that appreciation. Send us your comments, your concerns, your insults, your jokes, your questions, anything.
I don't know if we've ever gotten an insult, but we've definitely said that since the start as like a meme, but we've never gotten an insult yet, which is...
You know why? Because we insult ourselves every episode.
Yeah.
We take all the ammo.
I'm over here claiming that Digimon's better, so I'm just insulting myself. But yeah, man, we asked you guys to email us this week. We got a couple email responses, plus we have the Twitch chat here, because we kind of asked on short notice, but asking for your guys' top 5 of what happened at IGN. We will be going over ours ourselves as well.
E3.
Yeah.
We said what happened at IGN. Your
I forgot
favorite-
how to talk and be accurate. What happened at E3 2021, and what you liked, what you didn't like, your top 5, your jokes of the stream. We'll talk to the Twitch chat and then relay what they said to you guys on the Thursday Morning Folk Live. But before we do that, it has been a long 2 weeks of time. What did we play over that course of time?
Ratchet, of course. I got a good, not as far as you. I think I'm like maybe 2-3 hours into Ratchet.
Not bad.
For me, that's a lot of game playing. I played that. That game is beautiful,
dude.
To look at, that shit is amazing.
It's so much fun to just like run around and do random shit, and because like the thing is, I don't even want to beat the game. Like I don't want to, because then it's over and it's done with. But it's so gorgeous and it's so much fun. I still need to try it on the 60 frames per second mode. I'm still running it on like the normal one that they recommend, where it's like it's high fidelity and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
but,
that's the one I got too.
Yeah, but I'm gonna probably switch it over once I start going after the platinum. I think like I'll probably end up finishing it maybe tonight after this, and then try to go for the platinum on like the 60 frames per second version, just to see how I can put this John to the test.
Got it.
But yeah,
makes sense. I mean, other than Ratchet though, I played I downloaded something. They're having this huge sale on the eShop on Switch after 3. I downloaded Mario and Rabbids, the first one, because it was like 80% off.
That's really that's a good ass sale
for the Ultimate Edition too, for like all the DLC, everything. And it was like only like 2 days left, and I was like, well, I'm never gonna see that again.
Yeah.
So I got that, and I downloaded the Castlevania collection and the Contra collection, which were $5. I was like, I gotta take advantage of that. So I got those. I didn't play Rabbids yet. I ran through the Contra thing and the Castlevania thing. Nice little blast from the past. Played that a little bit. Me and you played some games. The demos.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
Some of the E3 demos leaked and not leaked. Released after the show, and it was Tunic, which is a top-down Zelda-esque game. You're a little fox with your sword and shield, fighting monsters, going through dungeons. That was on Xbox. And what was the other one called?
I don't remember what it was called, but this one I played, and I fucking was so bored with it. It was the one that we loved the look of it. It was shown at the Summer Games Fest.
It's like cel-shaded, Breath of the Wild-esque.
Yeah, and it was also like it was animated on 2s, choppy character animation. Let me look it up.
It wasn't Sable, was it?
It might have been Sable, yeah.
I think it's Sable.
I looked up Sable, and it brought me up the animal.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it was Sable.
Sable.
From developer Shedworks. It was okay. It was just really weird because it had like a lot of lore that it was trying to like build this world in a demo, which was kind of weird to me. Like that's not something that you want to do in a demo, in my opinion. It's just like make it fun so that I want to then learn the lore afterwards.
Right.
There was a lot of text, like a lot of text that you had to read to like actually like understand what was going on in the world. Then you started riding around on this like beat up bike thing that's like kind of like a speeder from Star Wars, I guess I could compare it to. And then you just start collecting parts for the bike that you're making, and ironically, as I'm like talking and out loud, I'm like, I'm not even gonna get to fucking ride the new bike that I just found all these parts for, because it's gonna end the demo.
And it did.
And then it fucking did. But I don't know. It was okay. It definitely had a Journey-esque vibe, but more like lackadaisical, and it made me like sleepy while we were playing it. Like I was like kind of like lolling back into my chair because we were already waiting for the what was it called?
Bandai
Yeah.
presentation.
We were trying to figure out if we wanted to go live for Bandai and have me stay at your place for like 4 additional hours. So we're like, oh yeah, we'll just play these demos in the meantime, and then we'll see. And then it was like an hour later, and we're like, yeah, I should just go home. We'll just go later.
In retrospect now, after that presentation, I'm like, I'm so glad you didn't wait around for that.
Dude, I feel like we both would have been pissed, and for the same exact reason, just because like that was such a waste of time. No offense to Bandai, because like the game looks good, but that's not the way to end E3, and we'll get into that in a bit. But yeah, man. You also beat Mario. Let's not surpass that. You just randomly beat Mario, humble brag it up. Just like, oh yeah, look at me, I still got it. Motherfucker.
It's like riding a bike, man. You don't forget. I played that shit a billion times. So yeah, that was last night. I sat on the couch. I sit on the couch in the kitchen, little bench we got in there. And like I said, I had people over, so everybody was talking. I was just curled up on it with my Switch while talking to everybody. And I was like, let me see if I can. And I thought about the OG channel that we're trying to do, and I mean the OG streams that we're trying to do, and I was like, let me make sure I can still like do this.
Yeah, obviously you still can. Yeah, you got it, man.
And it was under. I didn't time myself, but I know it was under 20 minutes.
Shit, I still haven't. I told you, I was like, I've never beaten the OG Mario. I don't think I've ever tried to. If I'm being honest, like anytime I've ever been in like a position to play that game, it's been like dentist office at like the arcade cab, or like maybe on my Switch once or twice, but like nothing like I'm beating this game. So like I've never done it. Never seen the princess once.
It's always Toad in there.
Yeah, like I'll get to like maybe like World 6 after using the pipes or something maybe, but that's about it. Like I'm like, I'm good. I've gotten my fill.
I think that just comes from growing up in an age where there wasn't a lot of options, like video game wise, media wise. So like when I had a Nintendo, I was like 4 or something like that, 4 or 5. So when you had like Mario 1, we had like 3 games, and I'm a kid at the same time, so I'm not like buying a bunch of games. I don't even know what's coming out or what's out. I just know I had a Nintendo with Mario. So, you know.
Yeah, man.
You're just playing that game all the time.
So do you, like, do every single lever, or do you use the pipes to, like, beat the game faster?
No, if I'm beating it, I can do that, but if I'm trying to, like, beat it real fast, you use the pipes.
Okay. I didn't know if there's, like,
If I don't use the pipes, then it's going to be, like, I don't know. It'll be under an hour. But it's probably over a half an hour.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if 20 minutes is fast or not. Maybe you're a world record holder and we don't know it.
No, if you go to Games Done Quick on YouTube, I cannot do what they do.
They do it in like 2 minutes or something.
Yeah, it's some ridiculous thing that I don't know how to do.
I just messed up the visuals. Apologies to the Twitch viewers. But yeah, man, that's dope. Similarly to you, I've also been playing what's it called? Shit, it's right there. Ratchet and Clank. Box is right in front of my face. I've been playing it off and on. Unfortunately, your prediction of me beating the game before E3 was over did not come true. I actually got to the point last night where it's like, if you go farther than this, like, that's the game. Like, this is the end game. And I was like, okay, well, let me see what time it is. It was like 1 p.m. or 1 a.m. My bad. I don't know how time works. It was 1 a.m. And I'm like, bro, I didn't realize I was playing this long. I'm over here like waiting for like a 3D print to be done. As I say that, there's a 3D print that's ready and done to my left as we speak. I'm just like waiting to like do like the wash and like the curing, and I'm like just chilling. And I'm fucking like, oh, it's 1 a.m. already. I should just go to bed. So I did. I haven't picked up anything today. I've just been painting my little zombie hand and, you know, other stuff like that. You know, Father's Day activities. Other than that, I've been playing a little. I got back into Valheim a bit.
Yeah, I haven't seen y'all been playing that.
Yeah. It was funny because I joined into Nicole's world, if she's still in the Twitch chat, and I didn't make a new character because I didn't know that was a thing that you're supposed to do. because my character was from a world that I played with the haptic guys. So I'm like steel armor, like iron sword and shit, like way too OP for this world. And I just join in and I'm like, hey guys, how you doing? My Viking name is Finkel Is Einhorn. So
we're in the right for that.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good name. I think I made it when I found the original Ace Ventura figure that I have, so like it was around the same time. But you know, it's a really fun game. To be fair, I didn't do much to like help the world. Like I built myself a little shack. If you're looking at the Twitch chat, I was teabagging Nicole's house that she built. I like climbed to the top of it and shit, and then I was messing with her a little bit by like she had like a little ladder to get in, right. And you can like break things with your hammer if you like build something in the wrong spot. So like she goes to come back up the stairs and I break it while I'm standing at the top and just like looking down at her like, hey, what's up? Kind of like messing with her a bit. I put a sign on her house that was like, I can't even remember what most of the stuff said. It was just a funny time. Just
trolling her life.
Yeah, pretty much. But like, you know, they were ridiculing my little shack, so I had to get back at them. She said she's giving me her judging face right now. Hey, listen. All's fair in love in Viking war.
There you go. That is the saying.
It is.
I've heard it.
But if I play with them again, I might actually just make a new character in general. Because I think that's...
Can y'all hear my cat meowing?
I cannot. Is she like screaming at you? Is it she? Is it Miles? It's a he. Yeah. Miles, says Nicole in the chat.
No, shut up.
The funny part is we definitely cannot hear him on my end.
Good.
But your recording most likely will end up hearing it somehow because of how your microphone is in your room. But yeah, man, I definitely want to play more Valheim. It's one of those games where you can lose time in it. Like you'll spawn in, you'll play, and you'll just be 4 hours in and think you've only been paying for like 30 minutes maybe. Mm-hmm. And it's dangerous in that sense, but it's fun. I tried to play Overwatch this week. Unfortunately, didn't get to. I haven't played Apex in a while.
Oh, man.
Kind of fallen out from it. I still love the game. It's just one of those things where it's like the people I play with aren't playing. Even Lucas isn't playing. If he's still in the chat. Like, he's over here playing, I forget what he's playing right now. He was playing Resident Evil 8, but he finished that. He moved on to something else, but I can't remember off the top of my head. If he's still here, he can drop it in the chat. If not, then we'll never know. But
lost information forever.
Exactly. But yeah, man, it's been a light week for me so far. Mainly just focusing on Ratchet, and then I don't know what to play next, to be honest with you, after that's done.
Is there anything coming out?
I mean
anything's coming out, but I mean like soon?
I'm not 100% sure. I know that isn't the next PlayStation title supposed to be Kena? I think.
Yeah, but I have no idea when it comes out.
I think it's like a month or two from now.
They set a date?
I think so. I will do a quick little Google.
You can always go get that Mass Effect collection.
I could. Kena Bridge of Spirits is actually August, so I'm wrong about that. Yeah, maybe I'll do Mass Effect. I know that Josh from Haptic's been loving that. He never played it either, I don't think, and similarly, neither of us have, so maybe I play that. Oh, I did play more things. Why am I dumb? I had a VR night at Anna's house.
Oh, yeah, you should tell me about that.
Yeah, dude, that shit is so much fun. Like, I have never experienced VR in my life. We started off with, like, this, like, weird shooter game where there's, like, little robots that come around in, like, waves, like, very arcadey. Each of your guns has like different like bullets that you can choose from, and you can like go behind your back to get a shield to like protect yourself from the stuff, which is pretty cool.
What VR setup does she have?
I don't know. I think it's the Oculus Quest 2.
Oh, it's Oculus. Okay.
I think it's Oculus because it doesn't have the things around you. It has cameras on the front, which is so fucking cool because like you create your bounding box and it uses those cameras. And if you go outside of the bounding box, it'll show you like black and white projection of what's outside of it. So like you'll see the people that are outside of it, which is really cool. We played a couple different games that night, like the one I said. There was this wizard one that was only played for a little bit, to be fair. Nicole and Jeremy were the ones that really wanted to play that one. And Jeremy really just wanted to throw a couple fireballs around and then was kind of done. And then we got into Super Hot.
I've always wanted to play that. Never played it.
So I played this on PC. And I love that game. Like, I love it. There's a story. And there's a bunch of other stuff. PC, when I played it, it was fun. Good time. When VR came out, I saw a lot of people playing. I'm like, wow, that looks so much better. It is so much better in VR. Like, you can, like, dodge bullets in real time, because time only moves when you move at all. So, like, I'm over here watching a bullet come at me, and I'm using my hand like this to move time, and I'm watching it go past my head, and, like, also using my guns and, like, throwing guns at people. And it got... Dude, it was so fun to the point where I guess I was having such a good time that nobody else wanted to play. Like... They were just enjoying me play, which was kind of weird, because I had this moment where I was like, maybe I am doing the right thing with this whole content creation thing. Like, maybe I am entertaining. There was one level, I think it was
You're
called...
pretty entertaining.
I appreciate it. But,
Gotcha.
there's a level called Helicopter, and pretty much you start on the top on a helicopter, and there's one guy in front of you, and I kept losing, because after you beat, like, a specific area, you grab this thing, and it moves you to the next area in that same level, and I would move to the next area, and I would just, like, mess, like, one thing up or get shot by, like, a shotgun or something. Like, it would restart you to the very beginning at the helicopter. And it got to the point where I was just, like, getting really annoyed, so I was just getting, like, creative kills with this guy, because you punch them, too. So I'm, like, punching him in the dick, like, straight off the helicopter and shit. Like, at one point, I grabbed his head, and I gave him a little kiss and then threw him off, and it was funny because Trevor laughed his ass off for that one. And then I literally, I was so fucking frustrated because I kept losing. I just put both hands out and then just titty twisted him to death, and the dude just explodes.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
They're like glass people, kind of. I guess you could. There was one point where I was so mad, I was getting so fucking frustrated, where I punched a guy's head off, and his body just, like, slumped over, and it disappears over time, but I grab it, and I'm just, like, you know, like, air fucking this guy's open head wound of glass, because I'm so fucking mad, and they're just enjoying themselves.
If I got titty twisted with that much intensity, I'd probably explode, too. So, you know, the story checks out.
Now on Pornhub, Save Before Quitting. But yeah, dude, it was such a fun time. It was very sweaty though. Like my face was like insanely sweaty from it all. In the end, I got home and I just felt like I had a workout at the gym, even though I really didn't work out that much. If in retrospect, I'm standing in the same spot, I'm just like moving like left and right and like aiming. But
dude, it's still a workout.
Yeah, but it was a really fun time. I hope to play it again very soon, to say the least.
The only VR I've ever played is PSVR, and I played some kind of arcadey game, like you said, where you're just shooting guys out of cars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I played some underwater game where you're in like this cage and like sharks are swimming around you and shit. And I played Resident Evil 7 in VR. That was fun.
I refuse to play a horror game in VR.
It was fun because it was like kind of how you're set up. It was a bunch of people around. So like even though it can be scary, you're still hearing people like talk shit around you.
Yeah.
So that takes like the edge completely off.
I feel that. Meanwhile, you're just
then when
pissing
shit
yourself.
Starts chasing you're chasing it back because you're trying to be funny. Like, no, come here. Like, you just start shooting the zombies. Like it's pretty cool. Like there was I forgot who the enemy was. One of those mixed Mr. X-ish enemies in Resident Evil that just follow you, but you can't hurt them. So one of those was chasing me in 7, and I knocked him down. I thought I killed him, so I'm just like standing over his body, like just talking shit, like yeah, motherfucker, and like the music just it scared the shit out of me. Like done, and he just gets back up. I was like in VR, like I had to double back, but it was a good time.
Yeah, man. I can hear myself. Oh geez. Hello. No, I can't. Weird. I could hear myself for a second there through your microphone, which was weird, but
that means it's coming out of my headphone.
I don't think so. We're good. I think we're good now. But yeah, it was a very fun time. I want to thank Anna, because she's probably listening, for letting us have that fun time. It was great. The decisions we made that night were not that great. We went to an ice cream place first, prior, and then we got Indian. So we got ice cream, then we had Indian.
It's a hell of a combo.
And then we played VR. Meanwhile, at work that day, I had Mexican for lunch. So those were all in my stomach, and I had to have 4 Tums to make sure that I could play that game. Because I felt disgusting that whole day. But
get home and, like, paint the bathroom a different color?
I don't know about paint, man. It was
ass.
It was a bad time. It was the next day that I had, like, bad issues. And I was like, oh, God, I want to go home. But, yeah, it was a fun time. Thank you, Anna, for that. Hopefully that can happen again at some point, because it was a joy and a very fun time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we played this week. Now,
Whole week of gaming.
we're going to not necessarily recap E3, considering we've already done that. Over the course of
that again.
Yeah, we have already recapped
There's a
E3.
ton of recaps out there.
Yes, but we will be discussing E3 things with our top 5, some top 5s from NGPs. If you are in the chat right now and you watched E3 along with us, or if you didn't watch with us and watch someone else watch it, drop your top 5 of what was your best stuff that showed up at E3 this year.
Mm-hmm.
We'll discuss it. Right now, we're going to talk about some things that we predicted before the show that actually happened. One of my favorite things that we predicted before the show that happened was fucking WarioWare, baby.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how excited I am for that game, to the point where it's going to be on my top 5. Spoiler alert. But it will be somewhere in there. It's the mystery of now, of like where it's at in that top 5.
Prediction you made that came true.
I was so happy, man. We've been talking about that for such a long time, too. I feel like it was like maybe even 20 episodes ago. Like, we were talking about the Game Boy one that I would play, like, in the back seat of the car driving to church, and, like, how much I would play that over and over again, and how we need a new one, and it would make so much sense for the Switch. And they did it!
They did. They listened and made it happen.
I'm so happy. I'm
sitting here like, did I predict anything?
I don't know.
I mean, we predicted stuff, of course. We had an whole episode talking about predictions.
Yeah.
But did I predict anything that for sure happened that wasn't already said to happen? Because I know we predicted them, because I think I predicted the Xbox opening with Halo, and it didn't open with Halo. I predicted Nintendo opening with Smash. Was that the first thing?
It was the
true.
Tekken thing, right?
Yeah.
Which was a really weird out of left field choice for a character, but it made sense that nobody predicted it.
No one. There was so many Smash Brothers predictions for the next character, and that was not one of them.
I'm still surprised
From
by
no
that.
There's two. No one said Kazuya from Tekken.
I don't even think anyone even had Tekken in mind, like straight up. Like they weren't even thinking that in the relative space of happening.
I didn't think that because Tekken, one of the assist trophies is Heihachi from Tekken, and one of the Mii costumes was already Tekken. So we're like, all right, well then that's their Tekken representation. They're not going to add a character.
Yeah, man.
And
they did, and it was a really good trailer, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably one of my honorable mentions, even though I don't play Smash. I liked that whole presentation of it, like showing all the combos, showing everything that went down, and like the animated stuff where he's throwing all the characters off the edge and then ending it on that lighthearted note too. That just, with the Kirby at the end, I feel like that's where it was like, okay, yeah, this is still Smash. It's nice. It's a friendly fighting game. It's not really like a kill everybody, but also it is, you know.
Right.
But yeah, it was a good time. I don't know what else there was that we predicted.
I predicted them showing Starfield because nobody knew if they were going to do that at first, and I would have kept it if they didn't leak it right before the show started.
True. That's funny to me, man. There was a lot of stuff that was leaked right before the show, like I keep saying Rayman Raving Rabbids, but it's Mario and Rabbids. No Rayman attached, even though Rabbids are technically a part of the Rayman universe. But that one, it caught me off guard how much I liked it.
That got leaked because that would have been a way bigger deal had no one seen it before it happened.
True. That was another thing that was weird with Summer Games Fest showing off a ton of games this year that were then shown as almost like the heavy hitters for most of the other companies. Like, what was not Back for Blood, the one that Bandai Namco showed, that game. I don't remember the title of it, but
the one that they showed in their presentation.
Yeah, I don't even remember it, and I know that it's the only thing they showed too, which is the worst part.
It lets you know how important that was.
Yeah. And to be fair, I want to play that. I love the look of it. Yeah. But, like, that one was shown at Summer Games Fest, and then it ended E3 with an interview with the director. That was it. I don't know. E3 was weird this year. I was talking to Ryan about it earlier, how, like, there was nothing amazing, but there was also a lot that was really good, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like the heavy hitters were obviously there, but then, like, it was kind of just, like, obviously, it was like a makeup from what happened last year with the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. With that happening, obviously big things weren't going to happen this year, but like it was big enough where it's like, okay, I'm going to spend a lot of money in October and September.
October is the month, man.
I don't understand how I'm going to have money after that month. Like, I'm just going to be screwed.
I think that yo, bring your mic back down too.
Hello.
Oh wait, you're not on that mic, right?
I'm not, no.
Oh, you sounded like a little further away. My bad.
Hello.
Now it looks like you're talking to your dick.
That's pretty much where my microphone is, to be fair.
No, all right, my bad.
No, you're good. But yeah, we got some people in the chat.
I'm an idiot. It's because I turned my headphones down because you said you could hear your voice. I'm sorry.
That's all staying in.
Sure, it is staying in. I'm trying to think. There was E3 this year. And sidebar about October. I wouldn't be surprised at this point if Sony just was like, oh, and Horizon Forbidden West, October. I'd be like, October.
It is holiday though, right? That's like what they're going with right now. It's just like holiday 2021.
That's what they're saying, but they have yet to nail anything down.
To be fair, Halloween is a holiday.
It is.
So they could just drop it on that October month. But
what if the next time they talk about Horizon Forbidden West, how do you feel about this? They give us the Zelda treatment. At the end of it, it just says 2022. How does that make you feel?
If they push it back to 2022?
Yes.
See, here's the thing. I'm mad because I want to play the game, but then I'm relieved because of how many games I just spent money on.
True.
If that makes sense. Like, I'm mad because I'm like, I was really looking forward to it for the holiday game, but I just spent like almost $300 on a bunch of games.
Right.
Thank you for giving me a break, Sony. I appreciate you. Love you, kisses. Like, that's where I'm at mentally with that.
Now, if they don't drop Horizon on the holidays, that means it would get pushed to 2022. But if God of War drops in 2022, where do they both land? Do you think we get God of War in the spring like we got it last time? Or do you think they push that to the holiday? Or does Horizon now get the spring and God of War get the holiday? Because one of those is going to drop on a holiday. That's going to be their holiday seller.
I can't... I don't know. I feel like holiday next year will be God of War. I don't think we're getting that for a while in general. I really don't think they're going to push back Horizon. But if they do, again, I won't be mad. I don't know. There could also just be a game that we just don't know about too, that like is like a big heavy hitter for Sony. Like, they could honestly come out of nowhere with something like Spider-Man and just be like, hey, Spider-Man 2, by the way, spring 2021. And it's just been worked on this whole entire time.
2022?
2022, yeah. Yeah, in the beginning of 2022, like
next week.
Yeah, next week, Spider-Man 2 out. But no, obviously not, because they've been working on Ratchet. But like, I feel like they've obviously been working on Spider-Man 2 in the background while Ratchet's been worked on. And now that it's out and it's, you know, getting like patches here and there, they're 100% like they got to be full sending it for Spider-Man, in my opinion, because that's their next big seller from Insomniac. Like, that's going to be as fast as possible. If not spring, it's in summer, and maybe even holiday, depending on what happens with God of War. I think everything hinges on God of War.
Yeah, especially with 2022 with Sony, because
yeah.
I think Sony knows, like, that's our moneymaker. That's going to be the one. If it's not a Insomniac game, if it's not a Rockstar game, if it's not a Naughty Dog game, the only thing left is the God of War.
True.
God of War is like, if it's one of those four, they always save it for like, all right, this is going to be the one for this year.
Yeah.
I don't know. I bring that up all because my whole prediction of the three-headed monster of the holidays for me was supposed to be Zelda, Halo, Horizon. And now that Zelda is pushed, now if I was Sony, I'm like, oh, we got to drop Horizon in the holiday now, because now they don't have to compete head to head with Breath of the Wild like they did the first.
Yeah,
and own that part of the year.
And with Halo, I feel like they're not even. It's not even competition, in my opinion.
And it's not the same type of game.
Yeah. Plus, it's free on Game Pass. Like, people aren't buying that game. People are getting it for free because they have a service. Like, straight up. Like, I don't know one person that will buy that game. Actually, without like, why would you buy that game instead of just getting Game Pass? There's no sense behind that.
But I kind of get it, because right now I don't have my Game Pass at the moment because I haven't had playing anything on it. There's nothing to play.
Yeah, Xbox doesn't have games at the moment. No offense,
right.
But they have games coming. They fucking slammed it down, and we're just like, here you go. Here's what's coming to Game Pass. Fuck you. Get Game Pass. And like,
my thing though is like, for someone like me right now who doesn't have Game Pass, and then that one game comes out, I might just buy the game because in 4 months I bought the game by buying the service, and if I'm only playing that game, I'll just buy that game.
True, but there's so many other games that you could be playing too at the same time that are also coming out now. Like, you know what I mean? There's like so many stacked on top of that, included with Game Pass, but from all the stuff that was shown at Microsoft. Like, almost every game, except for like maybe 3 or 4, was Game Pass first day exclusive. And that's like with all the September and October release games too. So it's like, while I'm like scared about how much money I'm spending, a lot of it I won't be because it'll be on Game Pass.
True.
So it's one of those things where it's like, while you won't necessarily own the game, you'll be able to play it, and that's all that really matters, I feel. Like, subscription-based stuff is just like the new... It's what we're going to have to expect and just like deal with from now on. While physical games will never die, obviously with what, you know, Devolver's doing and whatnot, it's very confusing to be like, why would I spend $70 on Halo when all I personally want to play is the multiplayer, which is free to play for everybody, you know? Like, there's no reason for me to own that disc. If I want to play the campaign, I just go play the campaign real quick. There's no reason to own that disc. It's not a big deal. And it's not like they're ever going to make it so you can't play a Halo game because it's their main bread and butter.
Right.
So in the future, like, say Xbox 4000 comes out, you know, and they have Game Pass Elite or some bullshit, they're going to have a Master Chief Collection 2 or 40, and it's going to have every single fucking game that has Master
Chief Collection pretty much, not like a service, but something they can just update, because why wouldn't in the future they just add that to the Master Chief Collection?
True. They could do that too. But that's the thing. It's like, there'll never be, like, if that's like the only one you're looking forward to, like, there's no reason to buy a physical disc version if they're always going to have that, and they're going to always update that Master Chief Collection to just have the next best Halo thing on top of it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's the physical collectors that like it for the collection, which is fine, but I just don't understand the necessity, I guess, anymore, which is there's an argument for both sides, to be fair. But yeah,
that is true.
So over in the Twitch chat and in our emails, we received a couple NGP messages saying what they're looking forward to from E3 2021 that came out and was announced. I wish this was a joke, but it's really not. Nicole said Just Dance 2022. I talked mad shit on this game, not because it's a bad game, not because of the people that play it, but personally, I just don't think it belongs at E3. The people that come to E3 to see stuff at E3 aren't coming there to see Just Dance. There will always be a Just Dance. There will always be one. Because it sells. And it's fine that it sells.
But if I'm Ubisoft and we worked on this shit, I don't care if one person likes it. We worked on it. We need something to show. Even though we have other things, we're just going to show you everything we got.
Yeah. But because no, like...
EA was at well, they have an event coming up. But if EA was at E3, they're going to show you Madden every time.
True. I guess. I'm just of the mindset of, like, there were so many cool games shown this year. That was not a cool game. That's a fun party game to play with friends in, like, a party setting, almost like a Mario Party, but where you're more active. She says she's memeing in chat, but I know she's not. I know you're not, Nicole. You want that game. Don't lie. It's fine.
I'm about to do a stream in the future. Like, all right, adulting live stream. You click it, and she's just rocking out to Just Dance 2022.
I need to get the platinum trophy. I need the platinum. But after that, we had Ryan in the chat, who also sent us an email with the same of his top 5. He said no particular order, to be fair. Rainbow Six Extraction. Very much looking forward to. Both of us, I'm pretty sure, are in the same boat. Super Monkey Ball, Banana Mania. I think it's a cool collection.
Yeah. I'll
probably just steal his copy to play it. It's fine. Mario Party Superstars.
Nothing matters.
Nothing matters. Well, the way that our YouTube channel works, it's going to end up being played for content, so get ready.
If you steal that Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, where that's going to be content right there.
Next, he's got Riders Republic, which I'm hype on as well.
That looks really cool. Like, I heard some people like down talking. I was like, that game looks like a nice, different take on the X Games. Like that, like a dope ass open X Games-esque game. Man,
it's a tongue twister right there. X Games-esque game. Yeah, that's weird. But it looked like fun, and I don't understand why people would shit talk it, because it's just straight up like hang out with your buds, dropping on the slopes, or jetpack, or wingsuit, or bike ride, or
500 other people next to you at the same time,
and you're just chilling, and like you get different bike upgrades. You could play like there's like a prospector with like a wheelbarrow on his back and shit, like
the ice cream bike thing.
Yeah, there's an ice cream bike. There's so much other shit. Knowing how that game looks, there's probably a unicycle, because obviously
gotta add a unicycle.
And like, it's just a good time overall, just for like fun. It's almost like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater, but like online, and just a bunch of different options of what to do. And it's cool. I think it's a very cool option to do things, in my opinion.
I agree.
He said this is awkward in the chat. I don't know what that was regarding, but whatever. But he also said WarioWare as well. So that's his top 5. In no particular order. Yeah. A lot of party type games for you. It looks like where you have to play with other people. Literally every single one except for Super Monkey Ball is that.
Mm-hmm.
So looks like
with another person.
Yeah. So Rainbow Six Extraction, I think Ryan pre-ordered that on PlayStation, so I'm going to have to pre-order it on PlayStation to play with him, or else he'll be pissed at me for not getting it. But I'll be doing that. I definitely want to play that game. It looks like so much fun from all of the stuff they showed. I like the ability to make custom courses and have almost GTA 5-esque crazy course races, he says, for Riders Republic. Yeah.
It's fun, but it's fun-ass nonsense.
Yeah.
It's great.
And I feel like we're missing that a lot in video games right now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. You don't think they'll end up doing crossplay for R6 Extraction? I don't know, if I'm being honest, because I don't know if Rainbow Six Siege is crossplay at the moment.
I feel like they'd have to be.
I don't know.
They'd have to do it.
They'd have to do it at some point, but here's the thing. I want to play that day one, I think. Mm-hmm. That's a game that I'm looking forward to, and I'd very much want to play on the first day it's out. Look at a game like Overwatch that's been out for almost 6-7 years now. Mm-hmm. Just doing crossplay now. I'm not trying to wait that long to play with other people.
I guess that makes sense because I did. I assumed when we started playing Titanfall again that it was crossplay, and it just never was.
Yeah. To be fair, I really think that this is a long shot, but I think next year Respawn needs to show up with Titanfall 3. Either that or the Game Awards. We need Respawn to show up with this continuation, with better multiplayer, even though the multiplayer is almost perfect in my opinion. Mm-hmm. That multiplayer is the best.
The next step has to be Titanfall 3, but they're adding Apex stuff. They're finally going to combine the worlds, the Apex and the Titanfall worlds.
They're already doing it in Apex right now with the new character, and she's directly correlated with one of the characters in Titanfall 2's campaign.
And I think what they're doing is building towards it. I think that's going to be the next thing.
All we need now is them to just say yes, this is a thing, or even just give us a straight up an Apex campaign game. If you give us that, where it's here's a game where you play as a character and it's a campaign in Apex, that's cool. And then at the end of that, you announce Titanfall 3 and bring Titanfalls into the world. But I feel like the scary part with that is I don't want them to bring Titans to Apex because that's just not a good idea.
Now, I'm about to say I don't want there to be Titans in Apex Legends. I think that game needs to be Apex Legends. But the other way around, maybe you're not. I don't know. I think it would have to be just story based. Mm-hmm. The campaign modes in both games should have those worlds intertwined.
Yeah. But I really want another multiplayer, I think. Because right now with Apex, that's the most we're getting, where it's it's the same gunplay, and it's the same movement, mostly. I mean, it's pretty much the same movement. In the Battle Royale mode, with arenas, that's kind of giving us the multiplayer-esque vibes, but it's still not just a multiplayer, team deathmatch, keep respawning, keep fighting, and just having a good time with your loadout. We don't have that, and we haven't had it since Titanfall 2. And if we get an updated version with the Apex versions of the guns, I think it's going to be so much better, and it's going to be such a better time. And it'll also just revive the franchise as a whole, because I think that needs to be a thing. I want to see Titanfall merchandise on stores. I want to see fucking t-shirts and hats, fucking toys, action figures. I want to make that what it should be. Apex is getting that right now. They're getting toys, proper replica guns, shit like that. And, heirlooms. People are 3D printing them and, making, all the different stuff that your heroes can get. I want Titanfall to be on the same level, if not farther, and brought back in that level. But that's, a long shot that's nowhere even in talks yet.
EA has an event coming up. I mean, I don't think you're going to see Titanfall 3 there, but...
No.
I could see them continuing to build the connection with whatever they want to release for Apex.
Yeah. I'd say at least within the next 2 years we get that. An actual new game in the Titanfall universe that's specifically Titanfall. But we won't know when it's coming. Right. It's either going to be a drop that just happens out of nowhere. It's going to be in the actual game of Apex Legends announced somehow. Or at one of the awards shows, Game Awards or another E3 for next year. It's gonna come out of nowhere, and I hope that happens because I would love to experience that, the overall hype, but ain't happening anytime soon. But back to Rainbow Six, Ryan said he looked it up that they are adding crossplay on June 30th to Siege, so maybe we'll look into it and see what's going on with Extraction. Because if anything, if I can get that on Game Pass, which I think that's Game Pass first day.
I don't know, we're going to go back and look at the thing again.
It might be, I could be wrong. If it's not, then I'm just going to get a PlayStation. But if it is, then I can play on Game Pass and he can play on his PlayStation 4. Mm-hmm. And then I assume we'll drag you along.
Yeah, I'll probably end up getting it on PlayStation.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much what we got from the NGPs. I don't know if Lucas is in the chat to drop his top 5 or not. I will quickly check the interwebs of our email to see if someone else did or not. We have
interwebs.
Yes. But do you have your top 5?
My top 5
is bed. Pillow, blanket, sheets, no socks.
Oh wait, Nicole said she actually tweeted
it.
Top 5.
I did not see the notification. Oh, there it is. Wait. I did not scroll far enough. I was blinded by the amount of times that Ant and I both retweeted that were live. Apologies. So, no shout out needed. But guess what? Shout out Adulting Life spelled with a Y on YouTube and Twitch. Go follow them, motherfuckers. Not needed, but Sea of Thieves, the expansion with the Pirates of the Caribbean stuff.
That was a good one.
That is one of my honorable mentions, personally, because I want to get back into that game very much, and I can't wait until Nicole picks up Game Pass and gets that game, and then we can play. It'll be a really, really fun time. She also said Redfall, even though I am excited for it, but I am weary to say that I'm fully on board yet, because we did not get any gameplay for Redfall. It was just, hey, this is cool stuff. And I agree. It was very cool. And the animation was very cool. It looked like a Love, Death, and Robots short, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't get gameplay. Which makes me scared. Because, like, it could be a first-person shooter that's pretty cool. It could also be a top-down tactics game.
I swear to God.
Because the amount of top-down tactics games that we got at this E3, holy shit. There was a ton of them.
It's back.
And like,
everybody who loves tactics, it's back.
People love it, and that's fine. They're not for me. That's why I'm scared. Because, like Nicole said in the chat, I feel like Bethesda won't dick us like that.
I gotta agree with Nicole.
But still, we don't know.
We don't know, but I think the last time Bethesda did that, it wasn't even tactics. The last top-down thing I remember, and I could be wrong because I'm not like a super Bethesda head, but the original Fallouts, before Fallout became a console game, they were like that isometric view type shit.
Yeah.
So that's the closest thing I think Bethesda has done to that. And I think now that they're with Xbox, they're not gonna leave this as the last thing and make this their big deal, drop the mic, one more thing announcement, and then throw us an overhead tactics game.
I'm just scared because, like, whenever I don't see gameplay, it makes me nervous about what's going to happen next. That's just my take, but, like, again, it looked amazing, and I do agree. Next after that, Tiny Tina, but the actual conference was crap. Agreed. The issue is that they showed it at Summer Games Fest. We missed it ourselves personally live, but they definitely showed it at Gearbox's actual event, and that was just... Gearbox was a mess, and we talked about that in the recap. Like, I was fuming at that event because it was a joke, straight up. Other than that, Ace Attorney, the prequel one, which I wrote the part in which the whole entire twist happened. I am the detective here. And for the memes, Just Dance 2022, it's not for them. You know you want to play that game. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
She's the audience. That's why I had to be at E3.
Yeah. And she also said the Octopath looking game. I can't remember what that was called, but it was the one where it was like 2D
really
sprites in like the 3D area.
Because I really like that. I was like, okay, this is fucking dope.
It really took me off. It would call me off guard, straight up. I'm going to be honest. Like, I didn't expect to see that. Like, they started showing it, and I was like, oh, what is that? And then, like, my face was just like, oh, okay, I see you. And I was just on board immediately. But yeah, man, that's Nicole at Adulting Life, spelled with a Y. Go follow her on YouTube and all such things. Instagram, TITT, if you know. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. And what was the other T? TikTok, Twitch, TikTok.
Are you speaking you high right now? Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch.
Would you should you could Today, Junior. All right.
Today, Junior?
Sorry, I just had a stroke.
Yeah, you malfunctioned real bad.
All right. So that's all we got from the NGPs for now. If anyone else wants to send us their top 5s of E3, we can come back around next week's podcast episode. Shoot us an email, savebeforequitting@gmail.com, fully spelled out. If you have done it before, you know how to spell it. If you don't know how to spell it, look at the intro and the outro of the video. If you don't know how to do that, use a Google.
How'd you make it here?
Yeah.
You don't know how to do that.
Bruh. But moving from that, we'll talk about our top 5s of the show. Do you want to... I don't know if I have a particular order, to be fair. I just have a lot of... what's it called? Honorable mentions, I think. Mm-hmm. Do you want to go first so I can remember mine?
Yes. Well, they showed Zelda, even though it got pushed up. So Zelda's number... If I see that, that's number 1. Once they throw that in the show... Breath of the Wild 2, I'm waiting for it. So that's 1. Metroid Dread is 2. I guess I want to say Halo is 3. Redfall is 4. And didn't I tweet this? My initial top 5?
I don't know.
Or we talked about it.
We did, yeah.
I'll just guess it. And
we could always come back around next week as well and add to this too, which is the good part about having a weekly podcast.
True that. But mine's one more, and it has to be Guardians.
Gotcha.
Guardians of the Galaxy? Yeah.
Unpopular opinion. I'm going to say right now, honorable mention, just because of the sheer audacity of it being shown. Avatar. Honorable mention just for that. Because that should not have been shown at all. But it looked good.
Oh, wait. It did look good. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it looked
Guardians is my honorable mention because Replaced is my 5th one.
Fuck you. I was going to bring up Replaced. I was going to be like, you forgot about Replaced, but fuck. They liked our tweet. We love them. We love Replaced.
Always love them now.
But yeah, I'm going to give the honorable mention to Avatar. I got to. Because, like, they really came out of nowhere with it. And, like, while I don't know what the game is, I don't know what the gameplay is, I have no idea what the story is, it came out of nowhere. It made the internet go ablaze after Ubisoft's conference, and it really made Ubisoft, like, not necessarily look good, but it put them in the conversation of, like, what are they doing? And I like that. And I thought that was a very ballsy move, and that's why I'll give it an honorable mention.
Good. That makes sense to me.
Yes. What was another one that I had as an honorable mention? I feel like my Discord is popping off right now.
It is. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, I can hear your Discord going off. Mine's not because I'm in streamer mode, but it's literally the 2 people that are in the Twitch chat right now talking in Discord when they could be talking in the Twitch chat.
Well,
it's fine.
Maybe they're talking to people who aren't in the Twitch. Wait, no, you did just say it's them.
No, it's those 2.
Sorry now.
No, it's fine. I just thought it was funny. But anyway, I'm going to give another honorable mention to Mario and Rabbids Spark of Hope. Mm-hmm. I'm not a huge Rabbids fan, but I like the way it looks. I like the tactics type game. It makes me want to play it. Obviously, I didn't pick up number 1 when it was on sale, so maybe I don't pick up this one until I pick up 1.
That's literally the only reason I picked it up is because it was $14.99. I was like, all right, now at least I can get a feel for it.
And I 100% should have picked it up at the same point of view, but it's
still on sale.
If it is, maybe I get on my Switch. Maybe I make a live. My Switch isn't in the charging stand. Cool. I don't know where my Switch is. Great. All right, now to my actual top 5. No particular order. Halo multiplayer specifically, not the campaign. I don't care about Halo's campaign. Unpopular opinion. I know it's fine. Just don't care. Just not my thing, and it never will be. The multiplayer, though, really caught my attention. It looked really great, and I loved the way that they integrated like the movement with the grappling hook, the different guns, using the grappling hook in different situations, the vehicles, the customizability, which they showed at a later conference where they just talked strictly about the multiplayer, how you pretty much make your own Marine, I think they're called, right? Marines. And it's you. It's not like some random schmuck that you're just playing like red versus blue or some shit. It's you. You create your armor. You pick your pieces that you want.
Yeah.
Your colors, your everything. If you want a robot armor, if you want a regular arm, anything. And that really appealed to me. Plus with having the battle pass system, that's really cool to me. I love the battle pass system, and I will always think it's a good idea. No loot boxes, another great idea. Just adding customizability to a Halo game and making it feel more personal stood the fuck out to me, and I was like, I'm on board. And I've only played Halo multiplayer on like the Game Pass collection, and it sucked. I hated it because you couldn't run. You were like super slow, and the shots were annoying.
And shit. Yeah,
I hated it. It's not my style of game, but this looks like if they decided to put a bunch of armor on all the Apex characters and then threw them into a battlefield together.
This looks like one of the, like when companies come back and be like, "We heard you."
Yeah, pretty much.
Concerns.
And here's the thing: am I still worried about it? Yes. Multiple directors have left the game, and it's been memed on so much, and it's so fucking late. But I have hope, and I can't wait for it. Next on my list is Guardians, obviously, because that really came out of nowhere for us for how good it looked.
It was I did not expect that. I did not expect them to show this game when it's single player, number one. You would have to assume it's like Avengers.
Yeah, to the point where like we had like CLD memeing on it on me because like of how much I have a disdain for Avengers, and he was just like straight up like, "Oh, you're gonna like Guardians," and like it fucking comes on, and we're like lighting up like Christmas trees looking at this shit, and then we hear single player, and we're just like, wait.
And then they show how it works with the decisions you have to make, and
dude,
looks really good.
It looks like such a fun game, and I really, really want to play that game. And here's the thing:
like it looks like it's fun to just watch the cutscenes.
Exactly, and it reminds me in the sense of the old Telltale games where your decisions matter. I'm glad that's a thing. I'm hoping that there's multiple endings, just because if not, that's going to be kind of weird to have all these decisions and then none of them matter in the end. But it has to have multiple endings. The gameplay looks amazing. It's very Devil May Cry, Final Fantasy-esque. And then using your teammates, like the other Guardians, like the combo moves and the music for your ultimates, like
the Walkman on.
Yeah. We got Ryan in the chat saying the Guardians makes him super nervous because of the underwhelming excuse of Avengers. While I agree with you, this is not Avengers. Like, this is completely different. And you can tell just from the amount of care that they put into it and the amount of hate that they got for Avengers. So I think this is a little bit more of like they have a more focused grip on this. Plus, back when we had Nico on the show, he was discussing how they had like some random schmuck doing Avengers. And you can definitely tell this is not some random schmuck doing Guardians. Obviously, since I don't know the director in this one, I can't specifically say. But if I look up the director, I'm pretty sure he's got a lot more going on than a singular... What, he had like a PS2 game for Avengers? Yeah. Like, that was all the guy had worked on. So it was insane.
It looks like it's the date that it comes out, October, like everything in the industry. It seems as if they obviously have been working on this in the background, probably while they were doing Avengers.
Yeah,
they're working on this. And I wouldn't be surprised if this started out as an Avengers-esque game. They probably saw the backlash and was like, okay, retool this.
Yeah,
let's make this something different, and not just a team-based game like Avengers was.
Mm-hmm.
Let's focus it, make it single player, make it different, because it comes out so soon that it's like, okay, this had to be like
Super
they were making
development.
Avengers and also making this in the same kind of game, just to lengthen that, like, not free to play, but that, you know, that always online, always building Destiny-esque experience. Because I could even see them combining the worlds at some point. You have two games, but they can combine on one server to have an open thing. But I feel like they probably saw Avengers was like, never mind.
Yeah.
Let's just make this its own thing.
Once they said that it was single player, that changed my entire, like, look at it. Because they have nothing to gain from all of the shitty stuff that they did in Avengers. Like, the unnecessary grinding of characters, the loot boxes, the lack of levels, and, like, shit like that for replayability. They have no reason to do that for this game. Because it's a story. It's a single-player story that you need to make your way through with your own decisions. So, I'm completely on board. And I'm like, yeah, you guys learned from your mistake. You're still going to give Avengers support, and that's fine. That's fine. You're still going to work with them. I'm not going to play it until you bring Spider-Man in. Sorry. Which won't happen. But yeah, Guardians really came out of left field with probably my least excited to one of my most excited for how soon it is. Mm-hmm. After that, I'd say replaced as well. Not just because they liked our tweet, but
that helped though.
It definitely helped the situation. Overall, the gameplay for that looked so fucking amazing, man. Like, it started with like that weird red screen that we were like, what the hell is this? And then right when we started to see the environment in like this pixelated space, and then it just shows the red moon and the characters run by, I was like, wait, what the fuck is this?
It looked amazing.
And then the combat animation, the side-scrolling, like, fun fighting, like, beat-em-up style in this, like, destroyed post-apocalyptic world. The lighting effects of the snow on the ground with the moonlight. Fucking gorgeous.
I want to watch that trailer again.
I'm watching it as I say this. That's the only reason why I'm so fucking accurate to what I'm saying, to be fair. But, like, the way the camera moves when you're fighting, there's so much. And then, like, I don't know. That game just looks like it's going to be the best time ever. And I don't even know if there's, like, a story to it, or if, like, it's one of those ones where you kind of just gotta, like, infer the story that's happening. But Replaced really showed up and made me fall in love. I think that's 3 so far for me, right? It's Guardians, Halo, and Replaced.
Yeah.
What was because my last one's obvious. Fuck, I can't remember what my first one was. Oh, so I'll wait till I do my last one. My next one was Somerville. So more details about this game that we didn't know at the time. Apparently, the 2 people that worked on Limbo and Inside broke up. Like, the 2 dudes that were, like, directors. And one of them bought the company. And they're working on a game right now. That's obviously in the similar sense of these games. This is from the guy that sold off his share of the company.
Oh.
So, like, this is coming from him. And that's so cool. Oh, man. That game looks so good. I don't want to see literally anything else about it until that game is in my whatever gaming system I have it in.
Especially given, like, the pedigree of that company, or the company they were a part of at one point, because all their games have been like, the least you know the better.
Yes.
You learn as you play it.
And it's so much fun like that. Like, even with Inside, like, I remember back when that came out, that was around the time that I still didn't have, like, money to buy games for myself and shit. And I watched, like, some random person play it, and I was just, like, enthralled. And I was like, I need the next episode now, because I need to know what's going on. I need to understand this world that we're in and why this person's running around and what's going on. But, like, this one it's almost the exact same feeling. But, I don't know, man. I'm excited to see it, and then it also makes me excited for what's coming from the actual company, too. Because it's like, we know this looks good. It obviously is going to be good because it's from those people. or at least one of them. And then at the same time, we have another game being made that's going to be in the same like tone or like stylist. Maybe it won't, but I'm assuming that's what they do. It's the side-scrolling platformer-esque type game.
Yes.
Yeah.
It seems like that company broke up, but now we're going to get double the games.
2 Christmases.
Exactly.
But yeah, man. That, and then my final one is WarioWare.
Of course.
Because I've been waiting so long for WarioWare to come back. And the way that they seem to be doing this one looks really cool to me. How they're making it about more of like the characters that are in like the lore of WarioWare that you don't see anywhere else in like Mario media, really. Like the dude with the blue afro, the disco guy, and like the twin ninjas, and like all the other fun, quirky characters. You like play as them almost, and they're like your cursor to like do the little mini games and shit and progress. And I'm assuming there might be a motion control thing, most likely, because it's Switch.
I love how WarioWare has become its own thing.
Yeah.
At the beginning, it was like, okay, a little mini game collection, whatever. But now WarioWare has like its own universe in it, with its own characters that people look forward to seeing and playing.
Yeah. It's weird too, because like coming from my point of view, it's like I never really played a Mario game in the sense that you did, where it's like that was one of your only games you had. Wario was that to me, because it was like that giant ass cartridge that I always plug into my Game Boy, and it was always like, these are my Nintendo characters besides like Pokemon and shit. But like it's such a, I don't know, I don't want to say refreshing, but it's kind of refreshing compared to Mario and like his universe, because it's like they're kind of like happy-go-lucky all the time, and then like you get Wario, who's just like kind of like this standoffish like douchebag guy that's surrounded by
the left field. He's
yeah.
But I respect that. Like I think that's a valid reason, because Mario, what you see is what you get. A Mario game comes out, you know what's happening. It could be the first Mario 1 was you have to beat Bowser and save the princess. Fast forward, Mario Odyssey, you have to beat Bowser and save the princess. It's
exactly
every single game. I understand that. So like so for me, I'm not even offended by that, because I get it. It can get old. The one thing I look forward to Mario with is just the tried and true mechanics and just the personality of the world. I think that's what draws me into Mario so much. But I also understand that Wario gives you that other side of the coin. Like, all right, here's a world that's just, here's that world, but turned completely upside down.
It's like chaos.
It's also just as intriguing.
Yeah. Chaos.
Fuck that. That's everybody's number one right there.
I know, right? This is the new Final Fantasy, right? I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, Final Fantasy Origins?
Something
like that.
Rise of Chaos, Transformers 12. Something.
No, you forgot to add a color. It has to be Rise of the Neon Chaos or green, some shit.
True. But yeah, man, that Nicole in the chat, it looked like crap.
It did.
The Final Fantasy one. To be fair, I like the look of it, like the look, and it's like more like old timey like knights type shit and like castles. But the fucking dialogue, man,
not that great to me.
I don't know. I enjoy the ambiance of it. I like the change up feeling, but yeah, the dialogue killed it for me. Like after the third or fourth chaos, I was like, yeah, I'm checked out.
Easy. People were saying, because they put the demo out, people were saying that it played better than it looked. So I mean, you could take that for what it's worth.
Cole said, yeah, but Final Fantasy is always trying to deliver with quality. It looks cheapo.
If I can be really honest, we never said it before, but the while Guardians looks amazing, it looked like this could be a PS4 game. The way it looked graphically, I'm like, this doesn't look polished. But I didn't want to say that immediately, because like, all right, we're just seeing what they're presenting us in this presentation. True. Maybe it'll look a million times better by the time it comes out. But what we initially saw, I was like, this game looks good. I don't think it like looks amazing though.
True. I agree with that. Almost like I would almost say PS3, straight up. Like when it comes to like facial animation, of Peter, like he looked very like emotionless. Like
even the action scenes where they're all fighting at once, I'm like, this doesn't look. That game didn't look next gen.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not, to be fair. Like, it is a PS4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, like, at least it is...
I thought it was only next gen.
But, like, it is PS4, but, like, it definitely looks like it's a PS3-esque game. I'll at least admit that. But at the same time, it still has that, like, genuine interest of, like, I want to see where this story is going.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But, yeah, Nicole's also saying that the Final Fantasy game is reminiscent to Final Fantasy IV. And then she said it better, and I don't remember what that was in regards to. I apologize. Maybe it was to Chaos.
Boy, those were days, man.
Yeah. I've never played a Final Fantasy game. I think Ryan and I, when we first got our PS1 with all of our demo discs, had one of the Final Fantasies that was like multiple discs that are all like white and shit. Couldn't tell you because I couldn't read Roman numerals as a child, so I couldn't remember them today. But they didn't work.
I think the first Final Fantasy I ever played was Final Fantasy Mystic Quest on Super Nintendo and Final Fantasy 3 on Super Nintendo, which was Final Fantasy 6 in Japan. That's back when we weren't getting everything and we were just taking whatever Japan would give us and naming it whatever the fuck we wanted.
Gotcha.
But those were the first Final Fantasies I played.
Yeah. So that was our top fives, respectively, with no specific order. We'll come around next week if anyone decides to send us their top fives.
I think so. Go with Terra. I think that is the one. My bad, Chris.
No, you're good. Twitch chat is more important than the audio amigos listening later, to be fair. If you want to be most important, you got to be here live by following us on twitch.tv/save4quitting. But, yeah, send us your top five. We'll talk about it. Roast you if you choose Dragon Ball Z Kakarot to the Nintendo Switch, because goddamn, who cares?
Yeah, that was. They just needed to put something on Switch, I guess. I don't know what that was.
But there was a lot of underwhelming stuff, and then a lot of really good stuff. Really glad that Xbox showed up this year and really like shined. Waiting patiently for Sony to decide when they're doing their state of play next, and hopefully it's like a bunch of reveals of release dates, just because like if you don't show up to E3, you need to show up to your own thing and make it a point that you don't need to be at E3. Like you can't just be like, oh yeah, we're not going to E3, and then have your own thing and then have nothing.
Right.
Yeah. But
and they're at the point where they need to show something because we keep saying Ratchet's out, and Ratchet was the last strictly PS5 game. There is no, I think we saw some, but they're third party. I'm talking about there's no first party PS5 exclusive that's in the slate at all for Sony.
Yeah, besides Horizon, which is holiday, but
and Horizon's PS4 too.
Yeah.
So it's like there's no next gen exclusive at all, Sony.
I think Kena, technically.
That's not PS4 as well?
I think it's just PS5. Because I think it uses the haptic triggers a lot. I could be wrong, but at the same time.
I hope that is the case.
Kena, Bridge of Spirits video game. Let's see.
I'm sorry, Nicole. We did hype you for the My Hero game, and it wasn't shown.
Oh, it is PlayStation.
It is in the works, though. It's been talked about. So it's at some point they're going to have to start talking about it.
So I was wrong. Kena is PlayStation 4 and Microsoft Windows, which is really weird that it's on PC but not on Xbox.
Yeah, it's weird.
But yeah, I was also disappointed about the My Hero game because we thought Bandai was going to do something, but they didn't. There was a lot of panels that should have done something that didn't do anything. There was a lot of ups, there was a lot of downs, a lot of videos on our YouTube channel, a lot of TikToks that should be coming soon. If y'all remember any parts of the throughout the week that you thought were really funny, let us know. We'll make a little TikTok compilation of it. We're also going to go back and make a nice little highlight reel of like what we thought was the best of what happened in the next coming week or so. Also, new intro coming soon. Animated intro to the podcast. Keep an eye out for it. It probably won't happen for a while. We're just switching things up. And also, the podcast might start looking a little different soon. Starting probably next week, right?
Hopefully, I got all the only the well, I guess the video out. Ordered all these extra components for a certain camera and extra wires and shit. So
we might be looking
crispy visuals coming soon.
Hell yeah! But we'll be looking good. We'll be kicking some stuff off. I'm gonna subtly drop
that I brought up earlier. The EA event, EA Play Live, is July 22nd. So that might be more EA games and news coming up because they weren't at E3. So
yeah,
that's another event we can look forward to. Seeing some new stuff's coming. It's only EA, but you never know.
True.
Maybe some Apex stuff.
Maybe some Apex. Stuff. Oh, Star Wars, dude. Oh, okay, so couple things real quick. We'll come back to the Star Wars in a second. Bear with us in this transition. Straight up. As you can see in the chat, we have two people excited for the revamp. He said, "I'm sorry, say before quitting remastered," says Ryan. Ooh, hype. Yes. And then Nicole said Sims for the EA thing. Jesus Christ, Sims. I don't get it, but yes.
That's July 22nd, so.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll be live for that, but we're definitely going to be launching some stuff soon. Might be some ways to communicate better amongst the group of people that are NGPs joining up. Got to figure that out still. It's technically a thing. I just haven't made it active. And then
we got to do some fine tuning to it too, because we, as everybody knows, we already had a little mini transition we had to go through.
Yeah. So
that kind of that also altered a lot of things going forward, but we think now that it'll be altered for the better. We made better of all of that, and there's some things that you should all be excited about.
Yeah. And we're going to probably launch pretty soon a way to support us in a little bit more of a monetary way. Obviously, it's never expected, but appreciated always if you decide to do so. Won't be anything too out of pocket, no pun intended. Maybe like, cup of coffee here or there, right, like once a month, if that makes sense to you. Not OnlyFans, you're not getting our feet pics.
But it won't be for nothing. We'll give you some type of new content that only you have access to. And
there'll be multiple tiers, so it won't be just like they'll probably end up being just a tier where it's like you just want to support, and that's like whatever. But then also there'll be tiers where you can get more stuff if you want that, and it depends on what you want. But we'll let you guys know about that in the coming weeks while we transition. Yeah, we just really appreciate all you guys for watching the live streams, watching the podcast. We got a hell of a lot of views on YouTube for the E3 stuff. We got a nice amount of love and listens to our podcast on other stuff. If you love the podcast, share it around. Share around our TikToks and shit. People think we're funny, maybe. Hopefully. And to be fair, we brought back NSYNC, so go fuck yourself, everybody.
What happened? I missed entirely what you just said. For all I know, you could have just said, and I'm ending the show now, fuck this show, it's over, fuck everybody.
No, I said we single-handedly brought back NSYNC with our TikToks. That's the only reason they're back. NSYNC. I'm joking, of course, but NSYNC's back if you haven't seen that.
Yeah, you're welcome, all you boy band lovers. We did it. We did it, boys.
And then merch as well, too. Ryan's girlfriend said we should make merch and she'll wear it. Here's the thing. She doesn't know what she doesn't play games. She's going to wear merch from a video game podcast? I appreciate it. To be fair, we should have merch already, but I'm slacking like a motherfucker.
Bill's going to yell at you now.
Yeah, she definitely already said sire. I don't know what. I think she meant to say sir. Sire is more regal, but at the same time, we're fine.
Sire.
Yeah. And then no Pokemon Unite talk. Listen, we'll talk about Pokemon Unite next week. Shoot us an email and let us know you want us to talk about it. This was mainly just our E3 full wrap up and it's over, But yeah, let us know what you want us to talk about next episode. We'll talk about Pokemon Unite. I'll get Ant to watch the trailer because I'm pretty sure he doesn't know what it is.
I didn't watch it. It was posted in the Discord. I was at work and I saw it. And I was like, "What the fuck is Pokemon Unite?" And then I never really revisited it.
We'll talk about it next week. Apparently, we're doing Pokemon Go stuff, which whatever.
We are
in the chat. Apparently, I'll have to go back and read through that I'll see it in the video version of the podcast. But yeah, keep with us. Follow us on our social media. Share our shit. It's all on the TITT. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch. I'm also tempted to switch off Twitch if y'all are down for that, to move to YouTube, just because of kind of the weird shit that's been going on with Twitch as of late.
Start doing like YouTube Live?
Yeah, instead. Just because, I don't know, Twitch is just not doing it, I don't think. I don't know if you've seen any of the stories that have come out about like ASMR girl streamers that have been like getting banned because they're showing their asses to stream and licking like their microphones and stuff. And hot tub streams and a bunch of stuff. I just don't think Twitch is the right place maybe right now.
What the saying is we should show our ass and lick our microphones to get more viewers in the chat. Is that what you're saying? Is that what we're doing?
No.
Are you sure?
I hope not.
You
realize this is all captured live on video in 4K. So now there's video proof of you doing this.
That's fine. Man, look, I hope our viewers jump up for me doing that now.
They better. But yeah. Follow us on all those platforms. Shoot us an email with your top 5 of E3. Well, Ant licks his microphone. Jesus Christ. We're devolving digitally. Go pre-order that game that they showed on their panel. We'll talk about that as well, which I have pre-ordered already. We'll talk about that in future weeks. We'll come back to you with more and more video game content and us content and just overall nerdy shit. Speaking of nerdy shit, this is the one thing I wanted to show. 1 second, it's high up.
Whoa.
I got my Mandalorian helmet.
That thing looks expensive.
It was.
How expensive? Do you want to say it on here?
Give me a moment, I'll check. I don't remember.
You remember?
It didn't matter to me because it was just so gorgeous, if I'm being straight up and honest with you. 1 moment, please. Shipped. Let's see. It was $120 plus shipping.
That's not as expensive as I thought you were going to say.
True. It also lights up. If you look on the inside, there's like little light ups. And then
put it
on. So here's the thing.
Head too big.
Yeah, so I have to take out the head thing for like normal headed people. I won't be able to hear you for the next couple seconds. So you're
I get it. Just strictly for the people viewing this.
Fucking stay.
The chat heavily supports us going to YouTube, by the way. Dope. Look at this guy. Now I'm scared. There is a gun. Pachoo, pachoo, pachoo. That's the gun noise, right? Pachoo. I don't know what I'm saying. This is a... I want to do the 3D print. What?
Put that there for now.
Yes, I knew I had the gun still.
Alright, I'm back. What happened?
I said I now just want to do the show with the Mandalorian.
This is the way. Talk, I want to hear if you could wear it and still come through. I can. It's just, it won't sound great. It is technically plastic, Nicole. Yes. Do what you won't. I just took it off. We're trying to end the show, guys. Jesus Christ. It's almost 2 hours long.
What did I say in when we talked about how long it was going to be?
It's going to be like 90 minutes, man. It's no big deal.
It's a short episode, 90 minutes max.
And then I put the 100 emote. I meant do the pod with the Mando sound quality check. Listen, I can't do that, man. I can't do it here, at least digitally, because I can't put the headphones underneath. And then I won't be able to hear Ant because I don't have other headphones. But either way, maybe we'll do a podcast where I'm full Mandoed out. We'll see. I kind of want to cosplay, so I kind of want to do a Mando cosplay. We'll see.
We will see.
I'm gonna need someone to make the fabric for it, and we'll see. Hint, hint.
Ed.
But yes, you can follow us at our social media. Save the letter B, the number 4 quitting. everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, maybe YouTube, more coming soon. Check out our YouTube videos of the full entire E3 highlights. There is a YouTube playlist for all the videos in case you missed them and you don't know how to find which one to watch. There is a new episode of the podcast on top of this podcast that came out on Monday if you're listening to it on Tuesday. If you're listening, or Thursday when it normally comes out. It came out Monday. That's the last recap. And then there's this one. Follow us everywhere. And check out the YouTube version of the podcast tomorrow if you're listening on Thursday for all the visual delights that you guys missed on Twitch.
Visual delights.
Yes.
Ooh.
Titty. How did y'all never include the Y for YouTube?
Damn. She
Twitter,
is...
Instagram,
No,
TikTok, Twitch, YouTube.
Titty.
Oh shit.
Head explosion. Only reason... Well, we only mentioned those three because those are the only three with save letter B number for quitting.
Yeah. For
So
YouTube, it's just you look us up because we don't have a link. Yeah, sadly.
But
Right.
I mean, we could just shout out the platforms now. And now
Yeah.
it's Titty.
Just all of the platforms. But no, YouTube is Save Before Quitting, fully spelled out, but you have to search it. There's no link because we don't have enough subscribers because y'all are slacking.
Slacking.
Alright. And that's it. That was episode 36 of this podcast.
Yes.
Cool. If not, we'll figure it out. And we'll see you guys next week. Just make sure you guys always save before quitting. And now I transition over to the starting soon screen in which I let this go for a couple seconds while it says save before quitting. And all of the logos show up so I can put the theme song over. Oh, look at, there's the tags and the logos. Yeah. What he said. Goodbye. Follow us, motherfuckers.